Basically what happened is that the House Republicans and the House Democrats released a bunch of emails, right? And the House Democrat emails show that Trump was aware of all of the horrific, disgusting things that sex offender pedophile Jeffrey Epstein was up to. And the House Republicans then release a bunch of emails later today that show that they pretty much, Epstein's circle had a bunch of awful things to say about Trump. And there's a lot of people in the chattering class, or a lot of people who follow politics, political observers, who are now waiting to see if this is the smoking gun that, or the magic bullet that will finally bring accountability to Trump, as well as a bunch of other powerful people, both parties, quote unquote. I don't like that binary, but a lot of influential people in influential circles who either participated in these disgusting activities or pretty much knew about it because it was an open secret. We have an entire ecosystem of wealthy former presidents and donors and entertainers and financial brains who were engaged with very disgusting pedophilic activity. And if they weren't themselves, they knew about it and they knew it was going on. It was pretty much an open secret. So why does it feel like a lot of us are so jaded at this point? Well, that's because it's 2025. Hey, Horton, you can say hi. Say hi, Horton. That's him saying hi. 2025 is showing us that despite all of the revelations of wrongdoing and awfulness, we still elected a president who, for many, is seen as openly corrupt. And the House Republicans are still, for the most part, but not all of them, defending Trump to an extent, especially with this latest release of emails where they kind of try to even out the playing field by saying, well, Epstein also made fun of Trump, so none of this proves anything except that Trump was in circles of influence, circles that everyone kind of knows are already up to demented things. And it's a way to kind of, distract or kind of make it out so that, oh, well, everybody does it, so, at least Trump delivers for me on the things I want him to deliver for. See, the Epstein scandal continues to operate as both a moral abyss and a political Rorschach test, where for Trump world, it's a hoax engineered by Democrats, but simultaneously proof of elite corruption if it implicates Clinton, Gates, and some vaguely European-sounding prince. For Democrats, it's a pressure point, but one they handle with kid gloves, lest it implicates Summers, Richardson, and other Clinton-adjacent power brokers. That's why no one wants a full release. Not really. They want partial strategic drops that let them weaponize moral outrage without lighting their own house on fire. In Disney terms, it's like watching Scar blame Mufasa for the famine while secretly hoarding antelope steaks backstage. Probably a weird metaphor to use, but The Lion King is my favorite Disney movie. So this is just a cat break. Say hello, Horton. Alright. He's just got up from a nap. This is probably his 8th nap of the day. So I would suggest people not be so jaded that they look at Epstein as a dead end or a black hole or, something that is just more, TMZ, disgusting, drama showing how awful the rich and powerful are. Because it does reveal the structure. When the elites treat legal systems as optional, when political actors trade in narratives instead of consequences, when every institution protects its own, you don't just get monsters, you get a machine that needs the monsters to function. And until, we really operate within that truth in a clear-eyed manner, then, being criticized in op-eds and having these, news cycles that are really haunting and really gross to live through, but then seemingly in a week or two disappear, that is because we're not really looking at the structure of how this all came to exist. And again, Trump thrives off of being a creature of that structure, but also breaking the fourth wall and looking at the audience and saying, but at least I admit it. And I think that it's sad for everyone who came from the world that created Trump, but for us younger people, or for people who are living in the wreckage of the last elite consensus, we can understand this for what it is and let it inform the way we want our futures to look. So subscribe, follow the newsletter, stewonthis.com. You can follow me on YouTube and Blue Sky, I guess, and Substack preferably. We should do a lot more reading, so please read. what I write, but I do the videos because I understand we're in a world of screens and we need to also acknowledge that. So till the next time, see you later.